totally forgot because of our banter. Sorry. Hey, beautiful. Welcome, welcome. It's Shandy, and I am so glad that you're here today because I'm going to be showing you an absolutely beautiful knitted shawl pattern. This Rudaba shawl was designed for you by Shawl, and I would say it's for the adventurous beginner. It just has a few basic stitches, which I'm going to be demonstrating for you today. This adorable shawl is a really fun and easy knit. Rudaba was actually a mythological princess who is said to have lowered her tresses so that her lover could climb up to her. And there's a little cable running down the center of this shawl, which is reminiscent of a braid. And the shawl is actually heart-shaped when you block it out. And of course, a heart is a symbol of love. So I hope you feel wrapped in self-love when you make and when you wear this beauty. Now, the front of the shawl is really neat. It actually features reverse stockinette, which is the back side of stockinette stitch. So when you look on the back, it's stockinette stitch. So that's kind of a neat little feature. And we chose to do this border here in a different color. It's just a seed stitch border, very simple. You could do the whole thing in one color. You could make this part bigger or smaller if you like, and it really has a lovely wearable shape, so it's going to wrap up around your shoulders and just stay put and wear really well. The reason that this shawl has such a beautiful drape and a lovely sheen is because we used our Leicester sport yarn, which is a super soft machine washable blend of tencel and superwash merino wool, making it great for all types of garments and accessories. This shawl is just going to flit and float. And if you would love to download the pattern, you can get it at expressionfiberarts.com. Also check the description box for the direct link. Today, I'm going to show you how to work the modified garter tab cast on, as well as how to work the rows for the body. So let's go ahead and get started with the modified garter tab cast on. To start, we're going to cast on 3 stitches, just using the normal long tail cast on method. 2 and 3. Now this next part is super easy. We're just going to work 12 rows, knitting every stitch every row across those 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, then you turn. So that's row 1. 1, 2, 3, row 2. And this part goes fairly quickly. You just want to keep track of your rows. 1, 2, 3, row 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. And I am using a thicker yarn today just so it's a little easier for you to see, just in case anybody's wondering about that. 1, 2, 3, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, that's 6. And the purpose of a garter tab cast on is actually to give you a little bit of a wide base to start your shawl from. It's really a great technique. There's 7. To know, you're going to find it in different shawl patterns as you start to knit shawls. 1, 2, 3, that's 8. So we have 4 more rows to go. So just keep going. 1, 2, 3, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, that's 10. So just 2 more rows. And then I'm going to show you how to pick up some stitches. 2, 3, that's 11. 1, 2, 3, and 12. All right, once you have a little tab like this, what you're gonna do when you get to that last row is you're not going to turn, you're just gonna rotate your work 90 degrees, like this. Now, you wanna pick up along this edge here, 6 stitches. So exactly where you pick them up from is not super crucial. You can do it from these ridges here, that makes it simple. You can go between the ridges. I found it is not that crucial of a decision. So I like to pick Pick them up, reach through, grab your yarn and knit. So you've added on a stitch. Move down a little bit. Insert your right needle under, pick up your yarn. You've added on another stitch. So that's 2. So we want 6 along this edge. There's 3. And I'm just going between the garter ridges. Really, I don't want you stressing about where exactly you need to insert your needle. You're just adding on some stitches here. That's 4, 5, and let's grab one more on that side. 6. So you should have 9 at this point. Now you're going to turn another 90 degrees, and along this edge you're going to pick up 3 stitches in the same manner. So continue on, inserting your left needle, reaching through and picking up a stitch, inserting your left needle, reaching through and picking up a stitch, and then let's grab one more, insert your needle, reach through and pick up a stitch. At this point you should have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you're ready to go ahead and get started on your actual shawl knitting. Now we're going to jump into the body, starting with row number 1. For row 1, you're going to start with a knit 2, 1, 2. Then you're going to work a knit front, back, front. How do you do that? Knit into the front of your next stitch, swing around and knit into the back leg of that same stitch, swing around the front and knit into the front again of that stitch. So that basically increases 2 stitches. Next, you're going to yarn over, then you're going to place a stitch marker. So go ahead and grab your favorite little stitch marker, pop that on. Now you're going to purl 1, knit 4, purl 1, purl 1, knit 2, 3, 4, yarn to the front, purl 1. Now you're going to place your second stitch marker, pop that on there, boop. Then you're going to yarn over, knit front, back, front again, knit into the front, swing around, knit into the back, swing around, knit into the front, then you slide it off your needle and you've increased 2 stitches. Then you're going to finish your row by knitting 2, 1 and 2, and row 1 is done. Now we're going to work row 2, and this is going to be the same for all wrong side rows, which are the even numbered rows. For row 2, you are just going to start by knitting to your stitch marker, and this is going to be the same for all even numbered rows. All right, when you come to your stitch marker, you're going to slip it. Then you're going to work knit 1, purl 4, 2, 3, 4, knit 1. Then you're going to slip your stitch marker and you're going to knit until the end of your row. 4, 5, 6, and there is row 2. Let's go ahead and move on into row number 3. Row 3, you're going to start with a knit 2, 1, 2, and then a knit front, back, front, just like we did on row 1. So you've increased by 2 stitches, then you drop that stitch off of your left needle. Then you're going to purl to your marker and work a yarn over. So bring your yarn to the front, purl all the way up till you reach your stitch marker. Then you're going to work a yarn over. Then you're going to slip your marker, yarn to the front, purl 1, knit 4, 2, 3, 4, purl 1. We've now come to our stitch marker, so we're going to slip it. We're going to work a yarn over. We're going to purl to the last 3 stitches in our row. When you have 3 stitches left, you're going to work a knit front, back, front, knit, knit into the back, knit into the front again, then slide it off your left needle, then knit those final 2 stitches. And there you go. Row 4 is an even numbered wrong side row, so we're just going to repeat row 2. On to row number 4. This is a super easy memorizable row. It's the same as row 2, and it's going to be the same every time you come to an even numbered row. It's also the wrong side or the back side of your shawl. You're just going to knit all the way to your stitch marker. Then you're going to slip your stitch marker and work knit 1, purl 4, 2, 3, 4, knit 1. Then you're going to slip your stitch marker and you're going to go ahead and knit every stitch all the way to the end of your row. And as your shawl grows, you're going to end up with more and more stitches, of course. And that row is finished. Okay, let's go ahead and do row number 5, where we actually work the cable. For row 5, you're going to begin with a knit 2. Then we're going to increase with a knit front, back, front, knit, knit, and knit into the front again. Then slide it off your left needle. Now you're going to purl till you get to your stitch marker. And this is the main body part of the shawl, which is the reverse stockinette. When you come to your stitch marker, you're going to yarn over, slip your marker, then you're going to purl 1, and now we need to cross our stitches over for our cable. I'm going to do this without a cable needle, and I really recommend you learn this technique. I do have a video which I'll link below if you want to check that out on how to do this. For this pattern, it's super simple. I'm going to reach behind and skip 2 stitches, and I'm going to grab the back legs of the next 2 stitches, like this. Now, pinch these 2 stitches here and pop them off the end of your needle, squeezing them. Slide the next 2 stitches off. Then slide the 2 stitches that you popped off back onto your left needle. And slide the 2 stitches that are on your right needle onto your left needle. So you've essentially crossed your stitches. And now all you have to do is knit them in the order you come to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've done a little cable cross. That's going to be super speedy for you. Let's go ahead and finish up this row here with a purl 1. Then you're going to slip your marker and work a yarn over. Bring your yarn to the front and you're going to purl across your row until you end up with 3 stitches left. Once you have 3 stitches, you're going to work a knit front, back, front. Knit into the front leg, swing around, knit into the back leg, swing around, knit into the front leg. So you've increased 2 stitches again, and then knit those final 2 stitches. And there you go. Now you're just going to repeat rows 2 through 5 for the body of the shawl. When the shawl is the size that you like, then you're just going to work a simple seed stitch border, and the instructions for that are included in the pattern for you. Once you're finished, you want to bind off with a very stretchy bind off so that you can block your shawl beautifully. We chose to use Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, which we do have a tutorial for, so we will link below in the description box to that if you want to check that out. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Definitely let us know in the comments what color you're going to be making yours in. I hope you soak up this gorgeous day, and remember to love on yourself today, because when you're full, you overflow happiness and joy and encouragement to other people, and we could all use a little bit more of that. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a marvelous day, darling, and I will see you next time. Bye. Little back and forth. I'm a wee little tinkle.
Okay. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
Hey Siri, how do you pronounce Rudaba?
Okay.
It's like Cadova. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Rudaba.
Rudaba.
Is that the Persian princess? Rudaba? Maybe we'll just put the title in. Not say it.
English.
Rudaba. Okay. Rudaba. This Rudaba shawl. This Rudaba.
Rudaba.
Rudaba. That'll work.
Okay.
This Rudaba.
2 and go.
This Rudaba shawl was designed for you by Siobhan Bell, and totally forgot because of our banter. Sorry. And I will see you next time. Bye. I got a little hung up on the U there.